Hi guys, welcome back. Oh my god, my voice. My voice is cooked, guys. I'm gonna stream a little bit. I'm breathing on the mic. Michael Myers cosplay? No, it's a face mask. The face mask is from Torridon. My PC specs, they're in my bio, but if you want the full specs, but I have a 4070 Ti and a 5700 Ryzen AMD CPU, 32 gigs of RAM. But if you want the full specs, go to it's in my Amazon storefront in my bio. I'm running Fortnite like on legacy performance. I'm guessing the stream is running well. Look at my teammate. Okay, we can take it off now. Oh my god, it's breaking. I don't know if it's done. But apparently it's supposed to give me glass skin. I hope it gave me glass skin. Beautiful skin. Did you guys see the stuff about, like, the hantavirus and all that? And they let the people off the boat? I was like, what the hell? We're cooked. Oh, chat. And there's a lot of people that are... Oop. What? This guy just fell to his death. He fell on the hill.
The couch, the dining room set, the bedroom furniture, the washer and dryer, the kitchen appliances.
Hello?
I left her with a sleeping bag, some folding chairs, and a card table from the garage.
Hello?
Absent spaces. I also left her with exactly what she
Hello.
By 7 p.m., my mother's house was empty except for her box belongings stacked.
Are you watching TikToks?
Clothes hanging in the closet and the bare minimum furniture to survive. I put the eviction notice on the card and the note have 14 days. Contact my lawyer with any questions. Then I changed the box back. My mother called at 8:43. I was trying to take out.
This guy's straight up watching TikToks right now.
She called again at 8:46. On the phone call, so I'd have a witness. Emma was at the table, so I'd keep my hands in the conversation. You can't do this. This is my home. My house. Yes. No one down.
Damn it. The fuck.
No! guys listening to TikToks in the background.
The mortgage on the house just locked my daughter out. You can't evict me. I have rights. I've lived here for 15 years. Actually, you don't. You're not on the
What is this? What are these sound effects? Hey, Kia, how's it going? Should we play Subnautica today, guys? Or Fortnite? Or maybe we'll play like a couple Fortnite games, then we move to Subnautica, okay? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm not able to stream like super long right now, because I have to go pick up my mom later. And it should take her to the place where she used to go. And so yeah. Yeah, the hantavirus I heard is getting worse and I'm scared. I'm scared to go outside. Yeah, like there's no curse word and all that. It's scary. I'm just gonna do my makeup real quick. The thing is that's different about the hantavirus is it's actually more fatal and all that. As well as it doesn't really spread as easy as the COVID virus spread. So it shouldn't be like it shouldn't be like it just shouldn't be like 2020 because COVID was more it spread faster because it was easier to be spread. Like you could literally pass somebody by on the subway. Whereas like hantavirus is more so like it's about close proximity. So if you're in close proximity with people who have it, then you're more likely to get it. So like for example, the doctors that were taking care of the people who had the virus were the ones who were getting contaminated and medevaced and all that. So I wouldn't be too worried as long as you're like wearing a face mask when you go outside. Like that's what I'm gonna be doing moving forward because I don't know, I don't want to catch nothing. Even I told my mom, I'm like, when you're going and traveling, like wear a mask, please. And I'm gonna give her like a good example.
It's because I only had a pistol. He has a shotgun. He's a
I want to play Reload instead. Oh, I hate dying. Oh, I'm just like not locked in enough. I need to do my makeup first. But yeah, I think just a lot of people are paranoid from COVID when COVID was a little bit different because, first of all, I don't think hantavirus would start a global pandemic. Unless, of course, like, people were being absolutely, like, unsafe. And I feel like we learned how to quarantine before. So we'll definitely know how to do it again if we need to. And, like, for those who can stay home or, like, stay... If you're gonna go out and work and stuff, just be precautious. And I would suggest wearing face masks, even if you don't think that anyone at your work has hantavirus. I feel like a lot of people are very careless nowadays. And some people will get it, even if they're not, like... I don't think it hurts to... Yeah, like, I don't think it hurts to wear, like, a face mask or things like that. Like, if you can wear, like, a face mask, I feel like that really is helpful. And just make sure to wash your hands and social distancing, you know? But obviously, like, when you're on a plane and stuff, it's really hard to social distance. So... Honestly, I think I'm gonna play in a squad. It's hot! Hold on, let me get my fan. It's starting to get really fucking hot. Be right back. Hello, Alexis. Hello, Ale. Hello, Kaz. Damn, it's hot as hell, bro. Even with my fan on. Luckily, I don't have to worry about losing my job or anything because I just work at home. If you got blocked by a creator, then you just need to leave them alone. I'm not going to be here to validate people's feelings when it comes to things like that because there's a reason you got blocked and it's not my fault that you got blocked. I'm not going to be here to explain what other creators are dealing with and why they need to block people. So, I don't know why you would like come in here to talk to me about that. I'm not really sure what to say. I'm a long distance son. Maybe some people just feel uncomfortable with certain things, you know? I don't know, just take the L and then leave. That's all you gotta do. There's certain rules people have in their community, and if you're not, like, behaving in a certain way, then you're just gonna get kicked out. Like, I don't really know what to tell you. I do think some streamers can be, like, either not strict at all or overly strict. It just depends what type of boundaries they have. Everybody has different boundaries, so I can't really sit here and explain why they have that boundary. They probably don't even want to explain it, you know? I'm not pressed about it. I mean, you do seem like you care since you're coming in my chat talking about it. And it's making me feel uncomfortable. So I don't know if I want to keep talking about this because I don't even know what streamer you're talking about or if I have anything to do with it. I don't know why viewers come in and like talk about their streamers in here. Like I don't even feel comfortable like talking about other streamers, and only sometimes I'll talk about other streamers or like or whatnot, you know? It's giving me flashbacks, chat, because I had this one viewer come in one day and he follows this girl named Nico Lol, and she's like a very similar creator to me because we're both Latina. We're both Latina and we both have like a similar job, right? And so like a lot of people be like really strange, and I feel like we have a very similar demographic, especially like we attract sometimes creeps and stuff like that. And this guy in particular like came into my chat and was like looking for me to validate his feelings about harassing a creator and making a creator feel uncomfortable, like was really strange. Like he was basically upset because a creator didn't want to like meet up with him at a convention or something. And it was weird. It was like, well, she said she was gonna meet her viewers at this event, but then she's over here meeting other people. And I was like, oh my god, like what is wrong with you? Like, first of all, I get like watching creators and like looking up to them as like, you know, and like wanting to meet them, like that's fine. But you're crossing a line right there, bud. You don't feel entitled to people just because, even if they say they want to do something, like sometimes people change their mind. They're human. And they're allowed to change their mind and they're allowed to do not want to do things. Like for example, like if I don't want to play viewer games, but one day I change my mind and I want to play, then that's me changing my mind. Or let's say, oh, one day I'm like, okay guys, I'm gonna do sub games, you know? And then the day of comes around and I'm like, you know what, I'm not really feeling sub games today. I can change my mind the day of if I want to. Because the reality is these creators, yes, of course, like it is good to be kind to your community and be respectful, of course. You don't ever want to be mean to people, of course, but setting boundaries is not mean. Setting boundaries is essential to building a very like respectful place. And this guy came in getting mad that he couldn't see Nico Lol at a convention, and I remember feeling super bad for Nico Lol because why the hell does this guy think he's entitled to meeting this woman? Like, and I know like some of these guys aren't trying to meet up with her because they're trying to be friends with her. Like, let's be so real. Like, they're trying to take advantage of her or like be rude to her, you know? And I had to block that guy because he would even like, I would, you know, seriously like want a feedback night. Like where people give me constructive criticism on like what I can do to be a better streamer. And I'm not talking about like not letting me speak my mind. I'm talking about, oh, like maybe play this game, Jess, or I love when you do this, Jess, or fix this about this, whatever, right? Like this guy that had the audacity to come into my feedback night and say, you should stop talking bad about men. It makes me really uncomfortable when you talk about your bad experiences with men. And I was just like, oh my god, this guy is an actual narcissist, because how can you make everything, like, how can someone make everything about them? Like, how is it possible that someone can make everything about them? And look, guys, I know I do talk about my bad experiences with men. A lot. I know. I'm aware. And I'm trying not to. There are streams where I try my best not to talk about it. But it's inevitable. I mean, it happens to me every day. Like, I deal with misogyny, I deal with harassment every day. You know? So it's valid for me to, like, feel some type of way about it and talk about it. You know? That's a way that human beings process their emotions around things that cause them emotional distress. it's I talk about it or I punch a hole in the wall. Which one do you want? I want to talk about it, personally. I feel like that's more productive. Anyway. Yeah, and so this guy literally came to my feedback night, and that's like such a red flag. Like when a guy gets mad at you because you're talking about stuff that you've been through, and it's not even like you're talking about all men. It's like you're talking about men that have hurt you. I feel like a normal man would be like, "Are you okay? Like, I'm so sorry that guy treated you that way. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, that's horrible." You know? That's what a normal guy would respond. This guy had the audacity to be like, "You should stop talking about men badly." You know why? You know why he wanted me to stop talking badly about men? It's because he relates to some of those men that harass women and make women feel uncomfortable. And maybe Nico Lowell was trusting her gut and not wanting to meet up with this man because maybe he was there for some other reason and not to actually meet her because he likes her content, but maybe because he's trying to take advantage of her, get to know her, get her phone number, get her social media, and then cry wolf or cry, you know, cry wolf when she doesn't want to give him his phone number. Play victim because she doesn't want to give him her phone number. Like, and I just think it's so weird, you know? And I think it's so valid for women to feel like standoffish. Because some of these people like don't realize like women actually fear for their lives, especially when they are not super capable of protecting themselves in a situation where they were to be alone with a very strong man. And so we have all the right to fear for our lives, even if you don't have the intention to hurt us. We don't know that. Women don't know that men are not there to be harmful, so we cannot take any risks on our well-being and on our safety. And so women, you may think that women who are standoffish are rude and man haters, but the reality is we don't hate men. We're just being protective of ourselves and trying to make sure that we get home safely. It's literally it. And obviously, like when women set boundaries with men, it comes across as like we're rude. When it's like I wonder who created that narrative that women who stand up for themselves are rude. It fits with an abuser's agenda. Only an abuser will gaslight you and make you think that the trauma that happened to you, that you endured, is something that you shouldn't be precautious and place on every man. Because those are the type of people that have never endured the type of trauma that women have endured. And then still they'll talk to women as if they know what women deal with and how they should deal with things and how they should assume men are always good. When it's like telling somebody who got bit by a dog to always be trusting of a dog, when it's like someone who got bit by a dog isn't gonna always be able to warm up to dogs and be afraid of them. And you can't get mad at them when they're afraid because they had a bad experience. You know? Now, if this person was literally just afraid, you know, and just actively trying to protect themselves and that was it, then I don't think they're in the wrong. But if they are using their hurt as an excuse to be abusive, then that's when I think that obviously there's a very clear line to be drawn. There's a difference between a woman being scared of a man than a woman causing actual physical harm towards a man. You know? And if like standing up for myself and for women, if they stand up for themselves, if that's causing harm to you as a man, if you think that it makes you so uncomfortable that I stand up for myself and I stand up against, you know what I mean? And if I stand up for myself and it makes you uncomfortable, or if I talk about stuff that I'm dealing with and it makes you uncomfortable, And I'm here to tell you that I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but every time I tap into your stream, you're trauma talking. It's not true. If you were actually, like, spending a lot of time in my stream... If you spent a lot of time in my stream, you would understand that that's actually not true. It's just the times that I talk about it that I feel like people try to point it out as if I'm the problem for speaking up for myself. And that's one way to show chat that you're emotionally unavailable. Because how can you, like, how can you hear a woman talk about a bad experience and then tell her that all she talks about is negative things? It's really rude. I don't know how people have the audacity to be so rude. It's a manipulation tactic, by the way, guys. When men come in and tell me all I talk about is negative things, these are exactly the type of men who want to paint me out to be crazy because I'm speaking out for things that I believe in. Because it's easier to paint me as a crazy woman than hold a man accountable. Right? But if you actually paid attention, you would understand that I'm speaking out for things that actually really matter. And that you guys should be paying attention to. But as we can see in this live, a lot of people very emotionally unavailable, and they're making it very clear as to why they will probably never end up getting a partner with a good woman. They be tuning in at the wrong time. I think just a lot of people don't have the emotional capacity to handle a serious conversation about trauma and abuse. And so instead of listening to it because they frankly don't care, because it doesn't have anything to do with them, they try to get me to, like, and it'll be the people that are like, just play the game already. It's like, oh my god. Imagine if that was your daughter. You know the reason I speak out for it, and the reason why I stand up so heavily for women in the gaming space? Is because isn't it interesting how just my presence just gets them so irritated that they have to come in here and tell me all I talk about is trauma. When really all I'm doing is speaking up for women and the stuff that they deal with. And then calling out manipulative behavior where I see it. That continues to hurt women and put women in a position where they're going to continue to be hurt. I feel like I'm doing God's work whenever I'm speaking out for a woman. You know what I mean? And maybe if some of you guys learn how to be emotionally available to hear women's stories and to hear what they go through, maybe you guys would be more successful at getting a girlfriend and keeping one. So I would tread very lightly when you come into my chat speaking negatively. Just stand up for other women. I see so many women attack other women. Yeah, and I talk about that too. I've talked about that too. But it's because, like, but the crazy part is, like, I don't really deal with a lot of women hating on me. Only a few times I've dealt with women hating on me. And that's how I know, like, it's not... It's only a few times I've seen women hate on me. And the reason a woman... I think the last time a woman hated on me was literally because... I said It's not that I think, like, sex work is okay, but I do think that if women are choosing and they're consenting adults, if they're consenting adults, then I am fine with it, because I think that the fact that women get to choose at the end of the day, that's their life, and they should choose whatever they want to do with their life. They're gonna reap the consequences of their actions. And then a girl got mad at me because I said I support both. I support women's choice to not do it, and I advise against it. But I'm also not going to dehumanize women who are in the space already, because that's just how I feel about it. And I meet people all the time, because I'm a content creator. I meet people all the time that are sex workers, and they're regular people, you know? And so I think it's inhumane to dehumanize them, even though they're not doing something that a lot of people think is okay, which is totally valid. But that shouldn't take away from the fact that, like, people should like still look at them like human beings, and should still try to, like, if you actually want to help that person, you're not going to do it by, like, spreading hate on their page. You're going to do that by providing, you know, gentle, constructive criticism. And, like, communication is really important. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't practice communication. Like, they need to learn how to develop communication skills. For sure. Because if what you're getting from my live stream about speaking up and standing up for women is that all I do is complain, you're clearly not you're not understanding my point. And I feel like you're purposefully just trying to go up against my point to make it seem like what I'm talking about means that I'm crazy. But I'm actually giving some valid points. Content creators are human beings, and you're not entitled to meeting them. You're not entitled to playing games with them. If they don't want to do something, they don't have to do it. Just because you choose to support someone doesn't mean you're entitled to them. I can be friendly but also set boundaries at the same time. There's nothing wrong with me setting boundaries with people, and if you find anything wrong with me setting boundaries with people and speaking up against bad behavior, then I'm gonna block you. Because I don't deserve to be around people who want to invalidate my experiences and other women's experiences. Because I'm sure, like, that's not gonna hold up in your real life. Like, standing up for creeps is not gonna hold up in your real life. I promise you that. And you're gonna see it when you decide to surround yourself with those creeps and you want to stand up for those creeps. That's the people that you're gonna be. Like, who you surround yourself with is who you become. I think it's smart to not judge anyone's career unless it's harmful to them or others. Yeah, I agree. And I do think that it's okay to, like, what my problem is I think that people should not dehumanize the people that are in it, because they're already in it. If you actually wanted to help them, you would understand not dehumanizing them is important. It's not about saying guys should all of a sudden start dating sex workers because we should all just normalize it. It's more about, I just think it's bad to dehumanize those people, because at the end of the day, they're still human beings who made a decision that you don't have to agree with their decision. I don't say I agree with their decision. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying that it's more so about, my whole point is I don't think it's okay to go online and send death threats to women that are sex workers or men that are sex workers, because the crazy part about sex work is I feel like women deal with the most backlash. And I'm just calling out, like, the double standard of, like, there's plenty of men who are in sex work too. The reason that they're not as successful as women is because women have been hypersexualized in the media. And I don't think it's healthy for both of them. And they're basically exploiting themselves, right? Right. But if you actually wanted to help them, dehumanizing themselves or whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like, dehumanizing them is not going to help them understand. And not going to help them come to, like, a point where they can reflect on their actions. Because that's not communication. I just want to play devil's advocate here. Do you think that what they're doing isn't dehumanizing themselves? It is. But that doesn't mean that we can fight fire with fire. If you think that by sending them death threats, it's going to be productive to them actually learning how to not be a sex worker anymore, then I think that something's wrong with you. It's like saying that, like, if I deal with misogyny, that I should go out and start hurting men. There's no reason I should be doing that when I could have a conversation with you guys and be like, hey guys, let's not be rude to women and not feel entitled to them. But at the end of the day, some people still won't listen to me. So there is no point in me even having this conversation. Most of the time when you're dealing with misogyny, sometimes you just have to starve it of any like, attention. I can agree there. Death threats isn't okay, but who's giving death threats to these people for real? That's what I'm saying. I think it's also women don't shame women for liking men in a certain way, like the vice versa is. What do you mean? Instead of trauma dumping, talking on your nice platform, why not make it about positive and fun topics? Well, it's not trauma dumping if I'm giving important subject matter that we can discuss. I'm not endorsing cyberbullying. Well, I mean, we kind of have seen what cyberbullying has done to people. And I mean, think of people like like, let me point out something really important. I'm going to showcase something. Okay, ready? So I want to show how the media treats women a little bit differently. Now, I'm not saying that, oh, poor woman, we should just make women feel like they can get away with anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, like, the media definitely, it shames women in a way that men will never deal with it like that. You may deal with, like, sexual harassment and things like that as a man. Like, if you're a really attractive man, you're probably going to deal with that. No one's taking that away from you when we speak about women's experiences. You know what I mean? And it's more so about, what I'm talking about is how cyberbullying doesn't really help. Fresh and Fit, I feel like, makes the best points on this topic. Oh god. Here we go. Fresh and Fit blocked. Actually blocked. That's crazy. Nah. Red pill ass motherfucker. Get a fucking grip. Ew. Ew. This guy, like, confidently came in here and was like, Fresh and Fit. Aw, hell no. You seriously? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I'm good, thank you. You can go with your Fresh and Fit. Go marry your Fresh and Fit. Let's see where that gets ya. Mind you, the main guy in the Fresh and Fit podcast, he has a wife that lets him sleep around with other women. No, I don't watch Fresh and Fit. Hell fucking no, I don't watch motherfucking Fresh and Fit. The fucking host of the fucking show, his wife allows him to go sleep with whatever girl he wants. And then he's over here, if she cheats on me, I'm breaking up with her. Like, what the fuck? Absolutely not. Anyway, I don't even know why we're on this conversation. Basically, all I'm saying is we shouldn't dehumanize, you know, people in any space. Because at the end of the day, Yeah, they might be doing something morally not correct and not okay for you. But it doesn't mean that we should fight fire with fire. It means that we should have a conversation with them and try to do something about, if you actually want to help these people, have an actual conversation with them like this. Just talking, calm, just have a conversation with them. But you also have to understand, like, that conversation alone isn't going to fix the fact that if one influencer, like sex worker, stops being a sex worker, it's not like another girl's just going to come and replace her. Because there is going to be a demand for that type of work, there's always going to be a supply. So the root cause of the issue actually falls back onto men. Not saying it's fully your fault. I mean, soft porn is presented to you everywhere. But at the same time, if you're going to shit on sex workers, then keep the same energy towards the men who hypersexualize women in the media. You guys realize that us women, we have been slut-shamed to the point where sex is not usually talked about. Like, I can't just freely talk about sex and it be, like, I'm shamed for it in a lot of different cultures, right? You guys, on the other hand, it's okay for you guys to feel those things, right? But I feel like if you guys were, which not everyone, I'm not talking about every man. Obviously, there's some men who have more discipline than others. But I'm saying, like, if overall we had more discipline, you guys could literally put sex workers out of business. If you guys just came together and, like, did your best to try to humanize women by, like, not consuming that content in the first place, you know? Teach men not to even consume that, to not even spend their hard-earned money on that, you know? If we can all just, like, teach people how to get connection in their real life, then maybe they don't have to resort to consuming sex workers, right? I don't think the idea of, like, porn is ever gonna go away in our media. Like, I don't think porn is ever gonna go away. And so I feel as if, like, if you think it's harmful, then it's not about shaming. I mean, yeah, you can have a conversation with these sex workers and try to, talk to them and have a conversation about getting them out of it, but they've already made their decision. You know what I mean? I feel like if you really want to hit it where it hurts, like you really want these people to go out of business, then you guys need to learn how to control yourselves. Which, I mean, think about it. I mean, do you guys think you can control yourself? I think it's possible. I believe in men. I believe in the fact that they can have discipline. You know what I mean? It's a human product. Men and women profit from other men and women. Yeah. And that's another thing that I feel like people forget, that men are also capable of being sex workers too. So, and I don't think it's that porn like ruined our generation. I think it's about the consumption of it. It's kind of like alcohol and, or like things like any substances. Like if you consume too much of it, eventually it's going to consume you. And I learned this from a good guy friend of mine. He doesn't watch any porn. And I thought, oh my God, like this is so weird. I've never come across a guy who doesn't watch porn before. And it taught me something really valuable, that like, even for, you would think that it's only men, but it's also women who are consumed in porn that hypersexualize men too. And I think all around, I think it's bad, but I don't think the way that it should be handled is by, he's lying to you. You seriously think he's lying to me? I didn't think he was lying to me. He had multiple, like, friends that were women. And that's how you know a guy's, like, a good man. If he can control himself and his lust, he doesn't know how to, like, if he doesn't know how to control that, then you think he's lying? Well, look, I'm not saying it's bad to watch porn. I'm just saying that it's about the amount that you consume it that I feel like is bad. No, I'm not speaking from a religious sense. I'm speaking from, like, a sense of just having self-control. I feel like is important. How much do you consume? I don't answer stuff about my personal life. That's private. I don't answer. It's a genuine male urge to. But if you keep saying it's a genuine male urge to, then if it's like a serial killer saying, well, I have an urge to kill, so I'm just gonna kill. Like, you can still control your vices if you just learn how to get a hold of your emotional state. You know what I mean? Yeah, it does get bad when you start seeing other women just for that. Exactly, Toby. And what's crazy is like on the other side of the spectrum is I met a man who literally admitted to me that he had a porn addiction. And we were just sitting at the table, I'm eating ramen, and I see this guy looking at my mouth while I'm eating ramen. I'm just like, oh brother, this guy still hasn't like recovered from this porn addiction that he's dealing with. Making me uncomfortable eating my damn ramen when like a normal guy would just see me eating my damn ramen, you know? And so that's what I mean by like corn literally fries, it fries your brain. And I feel like even for women it'll fry their brain. So I think that that's why you need to just, it's kind of like even doom scrolling. Like doom scrolling isn't good for you. It's about moderation. I don't think you should completely eliminate corn from your life, but I think that you should just have it in moderation. Because it's like, at the end of the day, it is a human need for us to all, you know, procreate, you know what I'm saying? And so it's a human need at the end of the day. But some people have turned it into a business because a lot of people are lonely. They don't know how to form real emotional connections with women, you know, or vice versa. Women don't know how to make connections with men. And it's all fucked up, especially in today's society. We feel like we have so many different options, even though that's like not the reality. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Fry your brain? It can fry your brain if you consume too much of it, which I'm very aware of, but I just don't think, what I'm trying to say is I don't think we should completely put the blame on women and completely bash them fully, because at the end of the day, if men just learn how to discipline themselves and didn't consume it at all, there would be no demand for the supply at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you're going to be shaming women in this sense, you should also shame men in this sense. I just find it to be quite hypocritical when people start to shame the woman and completely blame it on them, when at the end of the day, I think it goes both ways. Exactly, that's what I was trying to get at. I think it goes both ways. I think that the men consuming it are just as bad as the people who are making it. You know what I mean? But if you actually want people to like stop producing it, we have to get rid of the demand. And it starts with men. Like if you guys want it to go away, you don't want women to have jobs this way, then you need to start trying to convince the people around you that don't consume it, you know, stuff like that. And then for the women who do it, maybe sit down, have a conversation with them and try to get them out of it. But I mean, they're already too far gone. I'm just letting you know, like when these people, when it comes to taxes too, when these people are already in it, there's no other job that is going to get them back into the right state. Plus, they can't even get a real job after that. So it's like, it's kind of like selling your soul. Only men consume it? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying only men consume it. I'm saying both consume it, and I'm just saying that if you want it to stop, then it needs to, yeah. Yeah, women consume it too. I guess I'm not trying to make it about gender, but it came about to be about gender because I was talking about an experience that I had. So obviously I'm very clearly biased, right? Based off of my own experience. But yeah, I didn't know women consume it too. Like in that regard. Like, because like I was raised Christian, so like for me, I never really got into that stuff. So it's very hard for me to believe that women actually are that way. Until I came across like Vinny Hacker and seeing how crazy and parasocial his community is. And I had a close friend of mine that he was friends with Vinny Hacker, and he told me that girls would try to sleep with him to get to Vinny Hacker, and I thought that was absolutely insane. I didn't know that women were like that crazy over this guy. I mean, he's an attractive guy, but it's like, you're so Christian? I don't really know. I'm confused. I don't know. But I mean, I was raised Christian, so like for my entire life, I was shamed into like not liking that stuff, into thinking that it was horrible. And so I thought it was normal that everybody was disciplined. you know, first for women and for the men that I was around growing up. Like I thought it was normal that we were all disciplined, but it's not normal, and a lot of people actually don't have a lot of self-control. And they actually look to, like from my experience when I met that friend that had a corn addiction, he had he was going through a lot of trauma, and porn was his escape. Like it was literally an escape for him. Just like anything in life. So I think that, but I think it's controversial to talk about because obviously like some people think I'm making it about gender, but I think I'm just biased, and so that's why it comes off that I make it about gender when, but I mean, you guys kind of, I mean, if you meet guys that, you know, have a lot of discipline, like the parasociality and hypersexualization is not unique to a single gender. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And I think the more the more I spend time around men, or like I'm talking to them, I realize like not all of them are as bad as I think they are. I think it's just sometimes what I attract. And so that's why I have like a skewed view on them. Or I did have a very skewed view on them like growing up. But yeah, there was a point where I really hated men, like altogether. So that's probably why I come off that way. But I feel like I've come a long way. I feel like now, but it's more common in men because it's a natural urge to assert dominance, but it's not a natural urge. Because you guys can still control it. That's like, because women are just as bad. It's just like, we know how to control it because throughout our life, we were shamed for it. And it's more common to shame women, you know what I'm saying? Alright. No, if you meet girls and you're actually really good with them, you'll realize like some of them are actually like crazy. We're reading TikTok chat as well. The reason we got on this subject is because I don't know what we were talking about, but I think someone was like, I was talking about like a bad experience. Yeah, women can be crazy too. It's literally written in the genes, but like we're civilized now, you know what I mean? Like you have to understand that like just because it's a normal human bodily thing, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing and you should suppress your feelings. I'm just saying you should, if you're going to express your feelings, make sure it's with someone who like actually consents to it, right? Just don't put it out on the world like if like these people aren't even consenting to it. I don't know. And I think the reason a lot of people hate sex work is because it's consensual at the end of the day. They're very resentful that it's consensual. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying like I think it makes people mad because it's consensual. Like the money is consent. So food for thought. I'm not justifying their actions. Well, okay. I may be a little biased because I do have a lot of friends. Well, okay. Not a lot of friends, but I had a lot of friends before. But in content and in Hollywood, it's normal to meet somebody and be friends with people that are like, "Oh, like I'm a stripper." Like, "Oh, cool." Lit, you know? And then or like I'm an OF worker. Like it's way more common now. But I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying that it's more so like we shouldn't dehumanize them because they are human beings at the end of the day, you know? So don't like send them death threats and like that's all I'm saying. But should we sit them down and be like, "Oh, maybe this isn't good for your life." 100%. Bottle girls aren't red flags. I don't like when men start going on here and saying what they're red flag. No one asked for you to ask red flags. I think that when women are just themselves, like you should just. I think that when women are themselves, like it makes men so mad. Like some men, the reason I defend it so hard is because some men think I'm like a sex worker, okay? And so I'm treated as a sex worker sometimes. Okay? And I think at the end of the day, it's okay to have your preferences. Just like I want a provider man. You know what I mean? But like, it's just don't be rude. Don't be a dick. You know what I mean? Don't send death threats. 1v1 for 5 gifted? Hell no. I just don't like hearing men's preferences because they piss me off. Only the ones that are valid are like when they actually have like a constructive reason as to why they have, you know, their standard or whatever. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. What am I saying? I don't know. Well, don't say it isn't okay. What makes it not okay for you might not be their perspective. Yeah, that's exactly why, like, women like to rebel and play the role of a man, and that's where it gets crazy. What? I don't even know what is going on right now. I don't know what we're even talking about right now. All I'm gonna say is I just don't think that we should send them like death threats and stuff. You should just, if you're gonna have that much hatred for the people who do it, then don't be the one to consume it. Don't give it a demand, you know. This sound too little liberal. I'm a liberal. A place with no standards. I'm a liberal, guys. Cause this guy, he diagnosed me as a liberal. I don't even know what the fuck a liberal is, guys. I don't even know all this stupid political shit. All I know is I don't think we should send death threats to each other. Just like how I don't think it's okay for people to die at the hands of, you know, politics and things like that. But at the same time, we don't have to feel empathetic for somebody who we don't even fucking know at the end of the day. Like, that's life. At the end of the day, just leave them alone. Exactly. Like, if you don't want sex workers to have a job in the first place, just don't even consume the content. Like, you guys realize that if it, like, but I'm not saying it's fully your fault. I'm just, because, like, obviously it's like the nicotine, the big corporations that run nicotine and vapes and stuff like that. It's predatory because it's preying on your biological need for something, right? But it's only predatory if you let it become predatory in a way that you let it have control over you. When in reality, as a man, you do have control to be disciplined and try to resist. It's kind of like resisting, I don't know, like, let's say, like, you meet a person and they turn out to be toxic, you're gonna resist the urge to have a relationship with them because you realize it's not healthy and it's gonna end into something not healthy for you, right? So, all I'm saying is, I'm not saying don't have standards, I'm just saying when you do come across sex workers, realize that they're human, okay? And I also want to point out that a lot of these people are coerced into it too. There was a point in my career where I almost got coerced into it. And that's why I have so much empathy for people in sex work, because a lot of the time, yes, it is people who know exactly what they're getting into, but there's also people like me who just want to be content creators that people will, you know, try to push me into it because they know they can make a lot of profit off of me and use me to make a profit. And so what we can learn about the situation is we can learn that approaching it with empathy is really important. Because sometimes it's way better to communicate with people. Like, if I was yelling at you guys and I was like, yo, men fucking suck and shit, oh my god, y'all are fucking assholes, you guys would be like, oh my god, this girl's crazy. But I'm sitting here, I'm having a conversation with you guys. I'm not yelling at you guys. I'm not trying to degrade you guys. And I know I have some generalizations and some biases that are negative that I'm working on. But let's say I was sitting here yelling at you guys, you'd be like, oh, this girl's an asshole. See? You know what I mean? And then, but I'm over here just having a conversation. You know what I mean? Sometimes I can be a bit passive aggressive, but I'm working on that too. I think that communication is about like doing it in a way where we can all just have a calm conversation. No one is the enemy. We're all just learning how to have more self-discipline. And Gart pointed out something really important. Women are also addicted to corn too, but I didn't know that because like, I'm not gonna lie, I did not know that. That's really sad. You know what I mean? It's sad on both sides. You know what I mean? I did not even know that because like from my experience, all I've seen is men, right? So it's good that, no, I had no idea. My friends and like the people I'm around, like we don't really, it's not about that, you know? Like when me and my friends hang out, we're literally just hanging out. You know what I mean? I don't know, the people around me, like the women I've been around have always been like relationship women who like, they don't believe in that type of stuff. And that's just like how it is, for me at least. Because that's just like, you know, type of person that I am. You know what I mean? But it's also like, I don't know. But it's also okay to basically come from a point where, like, there's this woman who she was a stripper. But then she realized, you know, stripping wasn't for her. And she changed her life, you know, and she changed it for the better. And I feel like people need to pay attention more to the fact that there are people who, like, want to actively change, you know? And the same thing with the men that are dealing with corn addictions. They should also be met with a level of empathy too. Like they should be sent to a rehabilitation center, you know, because at the end of the day, maybe they're coping with something horrible and that's why they're even, you know what I mean, acting out in that way. You know what I'm saying? So I think both sides are bad, but also both sides need to be humanized in a way where we can actually help. I feel like really helping is about humanizing people at the end of the day. Even at the end of the day, this even goes for like, I know people don't want to hear it, but this goes for criminals. Criminals don't just wake up one day and decide to commit a crime. It develops over time through their environment and through the stuff that they've been through. And I feel like, and you'll see like a lot of people who work in psychology and work with actual like criminals to rehabilitate them. The reason why they even end up committing those crimes is literally because it's not that there's some type of alien or that there's some type of actual monster. It's that they commit a crime because like a lot of the reasons it's like a whole, I don't know, maybe they endured abuse, but sometimes it's not about abuse. Sometimes it's like normalization. Sometimes it's power, you know? There's no one thing that changes and it's like a flip of a switch that they turn into a monster one day. I think it makes people feel really uncomfortable that I say this, but it's like those criminals are actually human beings that they just weren't helped in the time that they needed help. No one was there. And that's why they ended up doing the things that they did. Or when they did try to get help, they were flooded with this black pill mentality that, oh, well, if you're going to unalive yourself, you might as well go shoot up a school while you're at it. There are people literally on the internet saying this stuff for people to do before they decide to go and off themselves. And you're over here telling me that cyberbullying isn't a big deal. It is a big deal. When people are on here cyberbullying and you think it's no big deal, they're gonna create more cyber laws, and you better watch your digital footprint because it does matter. Anyway. The black pill mentality is very dangerous. The red pill mentality is very dangerous as well. It's self-destructive. And I think that self-destruction is not okay. That we should care more about it. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. So that's all that I gotta say about it. But anyway, these criminals and stuff, they're actually not monsters in the way that people like to paint them out to be. Not justifying their actions, but it's more so to point out that they're human beings that were just too far gone. That's why they reached that point. So trying to like distance yourself from these other human beings that just were not able to get rehabilitation and say, oh well, they're a monster, they're an alien, when the reality is they're not an alien. Some of them are. It's like the Joker. I mean, think of like the Joker. The Joker is a really good psychological like movie because it talks about the reason why like villains in society are created, and it's a combination of why society is failing people every single day. Like every single day. It's not to justify the Joker's actions and how evil he is, but it's more so to show the reality of like humanity and what happens to people when they're consumed in exactly like addictions, or you know, when the society fails them and puts nicotine right in front of their face for them to become self-destructive, when really it's not about consuming religion. It's literally just about, in my opinion, it's more about having self-control and having discipline. You don't need to like be religious to have that. I feel like you just need to know when things are hurting you. And it's called like discernment. Discernment is really important. But anyway, that's enough serious talk. I'm gonna move on and play some play some Fortnite. Put my glasses on. I'm getting rashes on my face because I'm allergic to my dad's dog. Keep talking. Someone Russian girl said to me, I just want to say I love you. I love Dada. What? The topic is about how a lot of people like to paint criminals as like monsters when in reality they're just people that are failed by the system. Ew, Miller, you're gross as fuck.
Woman was made for a man.
Oh, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
This guy's fucking weird.
No one was made for no one. Everybody is their own person and they're allowed to have their own autonomy. Sounded like he was saying that like men are in control of women. Yada yada. No, you don't control us. It's crazy how many people have come on here, and when I wear my glasses, they compare me to Mia Khalifa. Like, actually, something's fucking wrong with you. Like, what? Where did we go wrong in society for you to come in here and treat me like Mia Khalifa? And even her, like, at the end of the day, I think she deserves rehabilitation. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think every single human being that has been failed by the system needs rehabilitation. Anyway, let's play some Fortnite. Let's play some motherfucking Fortnite, chat. There's this like girl, she does like cute little dance covers and stuff, and I think it's really fucking funny and cute. Ah, pate, pate, ah, pate, pate, ah, pate, pate. Uh-huh. But I think where people go wrong when it comes to sex workers is like, basically they're telling on themselves by dehumanizing these women, because if a man already hates a woman, he's just gonna dehumanize her. You know, I feel like when you hate somebody, it's just easier to dehumanize them. And so they kind of use their internalized misogyny to try to justify their own way of thinking towards them. And so that's why they send these death threats, and that's why they send so much hatred their way. Because it's more about blaming them. And instead of looking inwards, they're blaming them. Which you can blame a situation that makes you uncomfortable, while also looking inwards and understanding what is wrong with me and why am I even, why is this stuff even existing? Or not even just reflecting on yourself, but like reflecting on other people too. Anyway. I'm really lucky that I have like, I'm not gonna speak about how I feel about abortion. Well, okay, I'll speak about it. I think that everybody's torn on this. And I'm here to tell you that I think that it should be allowed. It should be allowed for women that are getting raped by their abusers. And it should be allowed for women that are minors. That's when I think it should be allowed. I think that in any other case, I don't know if it should be allowed. But I think that if it's a rapist, or if it's a rapist situation and stuff, and it's proved to be rape and stuff, then I think. But I think women should have access to abortion altogether, because I think a lot of people just are pretending to care about babies because it's a way to make women look bad. Yeah. I don't think that. And besides, like, I think it's more so like forcing a woman to keep a baby that was forced onto them is like, in my opinion, that's wrong. And I think that, like, obviously 2 wrongs don't make a right, but at the end of the day, you can't take away something that is gonna, like, if a woman's gonna go travel to Turkey and she's gonna, I think it shouldn't be legal, but I respect everyone's opinion. Ah, hell nah. Blocked. I think that when you wanna, knowing how much, like, rape happens in the world, I think that knowing that it happens so often, it's disturbing that so many people pretend like they care about kids, but then they'll dehumanize an entire woman who was literally forced into having that child in the first place. And if you really did care about human beings in the way that you did, you would care about that woman who's being forced upon her will. To do something that she doesn't want to do. You know what I mean? I'm not psychic, but I sense you haven't had the best impression of the male gender. No. No, I haven't. But honestly, I have met some kind people before, thankfully. So, not all of them. In my opinion, it's her body. It's her body, her choice, yeah. And I feel like people who say that, well, I was a kid and I could have been an abortion, like, I get that. You're valid, and honestly, that's a valid take. But I also think that if you really did care about human beings, you would care about the women who are having their entire life taken away from them as minors, being forced in that situation due to rape. And it is that deep, as in, you know, if a woman is being forced to have a child, then no, I don't think she should be forced to bear it. That's unreasonable, and it's dehumanization again of the woman herself. But because people care, at this point, some people care more about the baby than they care about the actual woman. What's crazy is, the baby could be a woman and grow up in a society that still doesn't care about her own body being something that is her own, you know what I mean? And I think, you know what else could help? I think if they make more contraceptives for men, that can really eliminate a lot of this. If men were to have, you know, contraceptives, you know, that were more reasonable, that didn't change men's bodies entirely, then I feel like this wouldn't happen as often. But at the same time, contraceptives doesn't change rape and the probability that women are going to endure rape. So I think that it's wrong to police women on what they should do with their bodies. Because what's crazy is if the roles were reversed, like if men were the ones who would get pregnant, we would have abortion clinics on the fucking 7-Eleven you go pick up and you buy it for $5 if men were able to get pregnant. Because a lot of people act like they're caring about human lives and da-da-da, we're taking human lives and stuff like that, but it's like, no one's talking about the, like, psychological damage that rape does to women and it causes to their life. So, I think, in my opinion, there are valid reasons to hold off on abortion, but there's also valid reasons for women to go through with it. I also think that if a parent is not suitable to raise a child, like they are literally a child themselves and they're going to raise a kid, it's pretty unreasonable to expect that child to raise that kid properly without actually having their own solid, like, foundation of a life first. Anyway, that's how I feel about abortion. I think that anyone who and what's crazy is I feel like guys will make this crazy point of like, well, some girls don't think that abortion's okay. And that's valid. They can think what they want. But there's a lot of women who are also manipulated and who are gaslit into believing that there's some type of evil, sentient human being and they're evil for wanting to protect themselves from harm. And no! From my college study, most victims are psychologically too broken to see themselves as victims. I'm in HSA program to become a detective, specifically in human trafficking. Oh wow. That's cool. And that's really cool, I love that. And you know what, I think that instead of like, because the thing is, I don't think making it fully legal will ever work. In my opinion, I feel like maybe we can, if you really want to stop it from happening entirely, then I think we just need to have more contraceptives so people don't get pregnant in the first place. You know what I mean? Because they're, like, you may be the type of person who has, like, self-control and doesn't participate in certain culture and whatnot. But not everyone's gonna be like that. And so there needs to be certain, you know, maybe just better contraceptives, in my opinion, might work out better. But it's like, at this point, I feel like the people who are like anti-abortion, they're trying to get rid of contraceptives too. But I'm like, what is the point of getting rid of contraceptives if you don't want kids to die? Like, is it more about controlling women's bodies and having women be baby trapped with their own rapist? Or is it about actually providing solutions that can prevent this situation from happening in the first place? You know what I mean? I feel like if you actually want it to stop happening, you wouldn't eliminate abortion. You would eliminate the fact that people are trying to get rid of contraceptives. You know what I mean? And I'm just very lucky that I live in California, that we still have a few Planned Parenthoods left. Because I feel like it's super valid to want to like plan your parenthood. And I feel like that's what kids deserve nowadays, is for things to be planned. And don't you agree that it would be better for the kids to be like planned? I just feel like it would just be better. And I feel like it would be better for the kids' well-being, because they're going to be brought into life in a time where you're more financially stable as a parent. Maybe you have more things going for you at that point, you know, that you can provide for them, you can give them a good life, a good education. I feel like if you actually care about kids, then you wouldn't mind holding off on it and providing more contraceptives. That's what I think. I think that if you actually wanted to get rid of abortion and stuff like that, then you would have to eliminate the need to even get the abortion in the first place, which by providing more contraceptives, not by defunding Planned Parenthood, which is what they're doing right now. Because people are actively trying to control women by getting rid of Planned Parenthood, when any reasonable adult who actually has good intentions for their child would see the benefit in having their parenthood being planned. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is like planning out when you're going to conceive. You know what I mean? It's not, I feel like it's like not about taking it away. It's kind of like taking alcohol away. Eventually speakeasies are gonna, you know, be made. You're the real art. You are the real. What? Like, say if a woman were to abort her baby just because of an argument, that's messed up, but to actually abort your kid for medical reasons, or did want to have it, especially if they're forced to have it. But, like, a woman would never do that. I mean, maybe, but, like, why would you even have a kid with a person who would crash out and abort their baby in the first place? Like, that's horrible. I don't even think abortions should be decisions that should be made on a whim. I think they should be decisions that are thought out and actually, you know what I mean? Same thing with, like, having the kid in the first place. I don't know, I want to block this guy. Okay, I don't want to talk about abortion anymore, guys. Let's move on. I'm good, Corey. I don't play with viewers, guys. Thank you, though. I'm gonna play squads, actually. Let me see. How do I play squads? Retreat. Oh, squad. Okay, you can do squad. Okay. Never mind. You can do squads, guys. Anyway, guys, anyway, I don't want to talk about that anymore because honestly, kind of stupid, like, because I'm not super educated on it anyways, and I would rather talk about it if I was, like, more educated on it, in my opinion. But all I know is that a lot of the time, especially in domestically violent cases where men are abusive towards women, sometimes they will use a woman carrying a baby as a form of control and manipulation, so be very careful, you know. Alright. And back in the day when there was no laws, women would be raped by their own husbands. So that's food for thought. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's called baby trapping. And you know what's crazy is it can happen to men too. Honestly, you know what I think? I think that if we just gave more people, I feel like a good equilibrium to both sides would to get people more contraceptives so that way we don't even run into this issue in the first place. You know what I mean? Most human trafficking cases involve pregnant women. It's very scary and odd. Yeah, that's very sad. Yeah. Yeah, that's sad, bunnies. And I think what's very scary is like a lot of people don't actually care about the existing women who sometimes they even get pregnant when they're childs themselves. So why is it that, or like children themselves? So why is it, sorry, my speaking is all mumbo jumbo right now, but so why is it that they only care to protect kids when the kid is in the womb of a woman? I feel like sometimes it ties back to control, and I feel like it's sometimes, obviously, like there are other times where, you know, a man realizes, you know, he wants to keep the baby, and then the woman's like, no, I don't think this is a good idea, you know, and they get into a disagreement. And in those cases, I do feel sometimes it's like, but at the end of the day, if you're the man, you can't decide whether or not a woman conceives or not. It's just not your decision to make. And I feel like you need to know your place. Only, like, real men, I feel like, understand that it should be a woman's decision to want to go through that, you know? But if it's not her own decision, then I don't see why she should deal with those type of consequences when it wasn't even like, it wasn't even her choice. That's when I think it's wrong, but yeah. That's when I think it's like wrong to judge those victims, in my opinion. Hi, Connor. Anyway. But obviously, this is just like my worldview. I'm not saying I'm right about anything. I'm just saying that that's my worldview, and it might be different from others, but that's okay. Everyone has their own worldview. No! Okay, guys, I don't want to play Fortnite no more. Ugh. I need to stick with my squad. Oh, they're all dead. No! Hmm. Hold on, I need to... I need to send my mom money real quick. Because she needs, cash. Okay. Should we take a break and play something else? I'm drained. Oh, we should play Overwatch. Wait. Let's play Overwatch instead, or should we play Clair Obscur? Ooh. Or Red Dead. I'm done with Fortnite. Fortnite's ass today because I'm playing bad. Or Subnautica. Never mind. Auntie's not back on Fortnite. Sorry. Red Dead 2 or... Thank you for the Fortnite sesh. Of course. Who's there? Oh my god, someone's at my door. Oh, He's at my door. He's being a weirdo, this cat, bro. He's at my door. Fortnite Battle Pass. Got to. Okay, Why do I feel like, okay, I can't decide what game I want to play. Also, I have to leave at like 7:30. Because my mom is going to the airport and I gotta take her to the airport, so. Ripperooning. Short stream. Something short and sweet. Maybe Overwatch. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Short and sweet Overwatch. For sure. Okay, chat. I'm back. See? Everyone's on right now. I can only play for a little bit though today, of course, because I gotta go take my mama to the airport, and then I can come back tomorrow. I can come back later tonight. So I won't be able to stream super long today, but guys, should I do my hair? Like, should I curl it? I'm thinking about curling my hair. I don't know if I want to put more heat onto it, so I was thinking of just brushing it. Maybe brushing it will be a good idea. Brushing, brusha, brusha. Brusha, brusha. That reminded me, I just got nostalgia from, like, my sisters. Because we would say, when we would brush our hair, we'd be like, brusha, brusha. Brusha, brusha. Oh my god, I forgot to take my vitamins. Let me take my vitamins. Brusha, brusha. I get good memories from that. And now we wait. I also gotta find my other, like, top because I have to ship out my package. My package.
Select a map.
And I gotta take my vitamins, guys. I got some vitamins. This one tastes like the ashwagandha.
Select your hero.
Oh, it's not ashwagandha. Brusha, brusha.
Select heroes to ban.
We're banning.
Night starts with a crime. The first rule of Moonshine Saloon is you bring your own booze, but getting it inside without the sheriff noticing is part of the challenge. Once you make it past the doors, the barkeeps take whatever you smuggled in.
Now
Place
entering
turns into a
King's
story.
Row.
Cards on the table, secret deals happening around you, and suddenly you're not just watching it, you're part of the mission. This night starts with a crime. Because the first rule of Moonshine Saloon is you bring your own booze, but getting it inside without the sheriff noticing is part of the challenge. Once you make it past
What the hell?
We're in this together. All of us. Plan to win, or expect to lose.
This is London, huh? I've seen fancier.
What the hell?
Not all of us are scientists.
What's up?
But that's no reason to be careless.
Brusha, brusha.
5, 4.
I miss my sisters. I need to have like a. I need to go hang out with my sisters.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Let's get this done.
second oldest. Second oldest of 5. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the hydrate. Hydrated with coffee as per usual.
Recalculating.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
What the hell? I'm playing like ass right now. Hold on, let me lock in. Hold on. Let me lock in.
If they won't quit, neither will I.
I hear you. Got it.
Stop the payload.
Yeah.
Ugh, stupid chords. Oh my fucking god.
Enemy here.
Alright.
Over there. Enemy spotted.
We can't let them keep pushing. Stop that payload.
Like a gentle rain.
Sigma, walk in on the soldier, man. Turn left. Go
Bro,
in, man. You got it.
I'm
He's
fucking
just keeping us alive.
pissed. Ah, nice! Good job, team!
Blown away. Come on.
I'm not a fan of setbacks.
Hey.
Okay, guys, when I come back, what game do you guys want me to play?
Tricks.
When I come back. Everybody, quick, tell me what I should play. Quick. Ready to do? Okay, ready to do. Quick. First come, first serve. No, I was kidding. Ah! I jabbed out. Oh, shit. What is sub? Oh, Subnautica. Maybe both.
Just my approach.
The payload has reached
Sorry.
the checkpoint.
Maybe both.
Actuating the barrier.
Oh, shoot. It's okay. I'm alive. Thank you.
I'll return the favor. Dodge this.
My bad.
Feeling better.
I got you.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm playing bad.
Fall back.
I'll have to find a better way to engage. Waiting on reinforcements. Clear out.
Gentle rain. My ultimate is ready. Let the Kitsune guide you.
This ends now.
No, what? No, he's half. He's half health.
Behind you, Sigma. Behind you.
Died too much, guys.
If they won't quit, Neither will
No, we're so
Nothing gets past me.
I'm sorry, guys.
to 3. Switching sides. Prepare to attack.
Should I play
Select
something
your
else?
hero.
Nah, I'm about to lock in, guys. They hate me, guys. They hate me.
We're in this together. All of us. Interesting choices, Cole.
Wait, guys, do they still
a
have
professional
the?
gamer, a Russian powerlifter?
Is there
2
still the
mercenaries?
drops for the
I really
Winston?
do.
Winston? Maybe I should play Winston so we can get the Winston badge. Oh wait, why does it look like that? Hold on. Winston, 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 fishy and messy. He's a little fishy. Panyo, 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 fishy. We should listen to music. Let's jam out, child. Let's jam out.
3, 2, 1. Attack commences.
Wait, I want to listen to aimbot playlist actually.
Hustle up.
Oh! I'll stream on YouTube later today. What the hell is happening right now? I think I need to play more back. I think that's what's going on, right, chat? I'm back. Oh my god, it's so easy to die. I feel like it's so easy to die as this character I'm playing. Maybe I need to count. Maybe I need to play something else. What?
Hey, I don't think the Malga is working. You might want to get like a shield. EDU, bro.
I slept the target. Nothing a quick repair won't fix. Not so fast.
No! Oh my god, this D.Va's really good. This D.Va is really good. How's this D.Va this good, man?
Ground running.
I don't know.
Engaging the enemy. Disrupted. Nanoboost administered.
Oh my god. They're just using all of their ults on us. They're just using all their freaking ults.
Yourself together.
No, I keep doing that. Oh, our healer. Oh, stupid fucking troll, bro. Whatever.
Recalculating.
Keep it up. We need to fall back and regroup. My duty is being done. Hello. Fall back.
Quick repair will fix.
No, I'm trying to escape it. I can't. That's crazy.
Eyes on the sky. Gonna need a new paint job after this. I want that payload moving. Disrupting. Nice work, team. Keep it moving. Heroes never die.
Double kill.
Enemy in sight. Whatever is needed. We didn't come this far to quit now. Breaking them down. Nothing a quick repair won't fix.
Oh my gosh. Is it really bad for me to convince a girl streamer to like K-pop?
Someone's
I'm about
asking
to
for
give
a
up.
full railgun.
Over there.
I've been putting bangers in her song requests and nothing. Some people just don't like it. They just don't connect with it. That's life.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
I don't think you should force them to like it. If they don't like it, they don't like it, you know? Everybody's allowed to like different types of music. You just gotta let them be. Let them live their life.
Feeling better.
Maybe they just don't connect with it. I don't know.
Dodge this.
I don't put BTS on. She said the song is weird. I don't like it. Dang. Yeah, I didn't like Swim at first. I like the dance, but I don't like.
Team kill.
I'm not
I
a
put in the
fan
chat.
of
He's gonna
setbacks.
cancel her. It's fine. Some people just don't like. I mean, to be fair, I'm an army, and I didn't really like Swim a whole lot. It's definitely different from their normal music, like their original music. But I think artists like they change their tone a lot. So I will still support them because I love their art, no matter what it is. But it doesn't mean you need to like everything. If you know what I mean.
This ends now.
I don't get how I'm a limit. I need to be back with my team.
This ends.
Some people just don't like it, and that's life. There's nothing wrong with it. Also, if they were a real army, real armies don't judge. Everybody has different music tastes. As long as they're not being like, you know, super like, oh, spreading so much hate about BTS and stuff like that. Like, it's one thing to like somebody's song, like, that's just an opinion. That's okay, I'm not like pressed about it, whatever. but that's just like how it is. Like artists, they're gonna change and they're gonna change their music. Not everyone's gonna like it, and that's okay. Like throughout my career, I'm gonna post content like TikTok clips and stuff. And there's gonna be a point people are gonna stop liking it, and that's okay. Like a lot of people miss who the old Jess was. But mind you, the old Jess was a pushover and would let people talk to her however she liked. So of course a lot more people liked me back then. Because I was a pushover, you know? And I'm gonna change and I'm gonna do things that are different and some people aren't gonna like it, some people are. And that's human to like change. I feel like when you change, it means that, you know, you're growing and you're learning.
What's up, everyone?
This kind of reminds me of Dispatch. Like the heroes and stuff. Yeah, I love the culture and everything about it, for sure. It's amazing. But obviously, like, some people aren't gonna like it. You can't really force them to. That's life. Some people just aren't, like, around it or don't grow up around it. You left us watching nonsense. What? On YouTube? Yeah. Yeah, last night. Instead of movies, we watched YouTube.
Choose your map.
On the Discord.
Select your hero. Choose heroes to ban. Welcome to
That was
Subathon.
awesome watching Illit content on stream before I went to. Yeah, I loved it. I love Illit.
Prepare
They
to
get so much
attack.
hate from like
Select your
all
hero.
the stuff going down with New Jeans and stuff, and it's really sad. They shouldn't be dealing with hate. I feel like it's stupid. Like, you know. Let's do predictions, guys. Everybody vote on whether or not you think we're gonna win or lose. I feel like they're including them into something that they're not even supposed to be like a part of. Like, it doesn't make
We're in
any
this
sense.
together. All of us.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just
Do not
goofy.
fear, for growth is always painful.
Little fishy in the sea. Hello, Deepos. How's it going? Yeah, I was thinking, guys, I should create like an incentive for 5 subs, 10 gifted, 5 gifted subs, 10 gifted subs, and then 20 gifted subs. So I was thinking 5 subs could be like, maybe I get like,
Heads, sharp eyes.
I make people like, I was thinking of getting like a whiteboard or something and then like putting people's names on the back or something like as like a shout out. Or what do you guys think? Should I get like a little ornament or like, what's something like May themed?
Escort the payload.
What's a fun little incentive that would be worth 5 subs? Sticky notes? Yeah, maybe some sticky notes. Oh. Yeah, a whiteboard could be cool, or like sticky note, or I don't know. We gotta cook up something. I have a bunch of like ornaments. Maybe we can do an ornament because I have a bunch of like these clear ornaments. Like it's not Christmas, so I'm like maybe I save those for Christmas. I don't know. What do we think of that?
Not bad at all. Thanks for the help.
Maybe write usernames on car? Oh no, not on my car. What about the car? Because you can't see it. It has to be like something that shows up on stream though. Like something on stream. You know what I mean? Aw. Whatever.
Team kill.
I can't have my car on stream. Maybe something that will show up on stream, or yeah, maybe we can save the ornaments for the Christmas stream. I wish there were more like Christmas games, huh, chat? I mean, we always have Fortnite because Fortnite has its Christmassy thing and the presents we can open every day.
This ends.
Nice, let's go. Solid team here, chat. Solid team.
Enhanced accuracy.
We're doing so good. Ooh, I should put like a white. Oh, spin the wheel. Yeah. Wait, that's good. That's good. Like, what kind of spin the wheel would we have though? Oh shoot. That's creative. I like that. That's a good idea. Pie in the face. Nah, I'm not gonna do that again. I did that once and then people were sus as fuck. I'm good. I don't know how to be normal around people with a pie in the face, but it was just pie. It was just literally whipped cream. I know, they were weird as hell. No way.
That feels much better. This ends now.
Ah!
Not so fast. If they won't quit, neither will I.
We need to clear path for the payload.
Join me here. Gather together.
Come on, let's move this payload. Sails are powered and ready to fire.
Make way.
I got him last minute.
Score 3-0.
That's funny.
Switching sides.
Okay, yay. I wanna play. I kind of want to play Subnautica again. I actually really liked Subnautica. It was really fun. I think after this game we're gonna switch to Subnautica for a little bit because we still have like about an hour until I have to leave. So after this game I should be good.
We're in this together. All of us.
Let everyone know the plan.
Everything's online. Functionality looks good. One last diagnostics check couldn't hurt.
Oh wait, never mind. My mom's asking me.
Lily
Okay.
Fashions herself Europe's premier real estate mogul.
My mom's never mind, guys. I have to leave because my mom actually wants me to pick her up earlier than
No, perish the thought.
7. Sorry.
4, 3,
Form up.
2, 1.
But that means I can come back earlier, and then we can just continue with Subnautica and Red Dead when I come back.
Is moving the payload.
Hitting the ground running.
Yeah, so I gotta leave, like, in about 15 minutes. Dang it. Well, it's fine, because honestly, I feel like it'll be better if I stream later anyways, because right now it's, like, dead. I feel like streams don't start picking up until about, like, 7, 8, because that's when everybody's, like, off of work and stuff. That's when everybody comes in. The streams are usually dead in the mornings, I feel like, sometimes. Especially when it comes to games, because everybody's sleeping, or, like, everyone's working. Or it's the weekend, though. So, actually, it depends. Maybe we should do something fun. We'll be in the offline waiting room. I wanted to, like, IRL stream it, but I know, like, my mom doesn't. I don't think she wants to. She doesn't care to be on stream.
I'm not a fan of setbacks.
I gotta go to the post office, guys, so I can deliver these clothes I was renting for a little bit. But I didn't send over the clothes the first time because the shipping label got damaged. I gotta reship it and then maybe get some new renting of clothes. So we'll see. Maybe some new outfits soon. If I can reorder. I don't know, because it took... It's been a long time. It's been since, like... way too long time. Like, I've kept these clothes for a little bit longer than I should have. Yeah, you can rent clothes. So sometimes I rent them to, like, test out to see if, like, I want to try different styles and stuff. But it is kind of expensive, so I don't know if I'm going to continue doing it. But it is really good for streams, because then I can show up and wear different outfits. I'm so sad, though, because, like, one of the shirts is so cute on me, and it's, like, one of the ones where I wore in my Red Dead, streams that went really viral on YouTube. Well, not super viral, it's, like, it was, like, 30,000 views. But it was like, that's kind of viral to me. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna miss that shirt. Like, maybe I should buy it. But the clothes that I rented are very, like, luxury, expensive. You know, so, like, all of those shirts are, like, above $20. So I'm just like, oh, fuck. They're so cute, too. But honestly, I shouldn't be buying new clothes anyways, because I have way too many clothes. Like, I actually need to sell most of my clothes because I have way too many that I don't even wear. I feel like I've just bought way too many clothes, you know? So it might be good to just let go, you know, detach from the clothes, chat. Detach. Detach. god, no.
Complete.
Are we going into overtime?
Score 3-3. Switching sides. Major
We're in
pack
this together.
unlocked.
All of us. Follow my lead. I'll make sure this goes smoothly. Our odds just got better.
A teammate left. A member of your team has left the match. If you exit the match in the next 1 minute and 12 seconds, you will receive a loss and be penalized for leaving early. What? They're trying to search for another teammate. Oh, we're gonna be 4v5ing right now. Ah, hell nah.
5,
Yeah, like I need to sell my clothes on Depop because honestly, I have too many clothes that I don't even wear anymore, and it's not worth it to like keep them around and collect them. You know, like besides, like if I could just rent clothes, it would be nice because I could just rent tops and stuff for streams, and it's worth the price in my opinion because I can wear them and it'll be like it's just nice to wear new things on stream because I feel like wearing the same old shirts and shit, like it gets boring after a while. Like I like want to change things up with my style and like be more, you know, bouge and like be more pretty and feminine, like wear like nice fancy shirts and stuff, like kind of like a hostess almost, you know, like kind of like a host for like a reality TV show vibe. Oh my god. Yeah, like I want to dress like Oprah or some shit. Yeah, because then it makes it, the level of professionalism goes up in the stream. Like right now, you know, I'm just in a casual tank, not a lot of people taking me serious. I wear this nice old blouse, I'm looking like the next new hit girl, you know what I mean? Like the next new star. I'm looking like baddie idol era Jess, you know what I mean? Baddie idol era. That's what I'm looking like when I wear those nice fancy tops. And so like my vibe when I'm picking out these shirts, my vibe is like young trainee vibes, like young idol branding trainee vibes. That's kind of like the vibes. And then it's cool. It's like a good strategy because I feel like dressing nicely and then the clothes also being expensive, it kind of puts you on a level of like luxurious. You know, people want to invest in you more because you're more professional and more luxurious and high quality. You know what I mean? So I feel like clothes really change your vibe. And you, are you serious? We still don't have a freaking teammate? That's so unfair. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, this game's taking way too long. Can I leave? Can I leave?
Major
We're in
pack
this together.
unlocked.
All of us.
Helping those in need is its own reward.
Oh my god.
Everything's online. Functionality looks good. One last diagnostics check couldn't hurt.
Fruition comes from within, as does failure.
You can leave after the timer hits 0. No. No, 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 no. No, no, no.
This is a leg up.
5, 4, 3, 2. Attackers incoming.
My guy friend was like, not right now, shawty. Because I asked him to play Overwatch and he said, not right now, shawty. I'm like, what the fuck? Shawty? What the fuck? What are you calling me shawty for?
Defeat. Play.
Guys, they were teaching It's Me at the studio dance to today. Is it over? Can I leave now?
Epic.
Okay, guys, it's over. I gotta go now. I gotta go. GG's, everyone. Have a good night, everyone. I know stream's kind of dead today because we didn't really do much, like, locked in today. So we're gonna lock in later tonight, okay? Little short stream, little short stream, okay, guys? I'll be back later tonight with some more gaming. Good night. Good night. Or bye-bye. I'll see you later. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.